Hello. So this is the first video I have ever done concerning a specific route. So this would be fixing the Acela Express. That's what I'm calling this. So we start here at South Station. There isn't really much from here. Follows the Orange Line route, existing Northeast Corridor. Actually, it follows the existing Northeast Corridor for quite a while. Not really much around here. Until about here. Now, right here is a tunnel. Right here is a tunnel. And that tunnel is there because we don't want to destroy homes, but we also want to curve straighten because this is one of the 250-mile-an-hour curves on this. There's actually some other ones, but they're a bit closer to the station, and I think they're feasible. I don't want trains that are going up this way to have to just get up to speed and then have to slow down again around the 50-mile-an-hour curve. Same with the other one in Philadelphia. So we go through Providence, follows the existing NEC. Now, by the way, if you're wondering, Webio already did a similar video, but he went this way out to Springfield and then to Hartford through Worcester, out to Springfield, then to Hartford, and then New Haven. I did this because we could, with the exception of a few times, we could use the existing NEC electrification, and that would save a lot of money. So for a little bit slower speed, we can get a lot of return. So this is one of the few times that we make a different alignment. The Northeast Corridor goes south, but I really think that it's better just to go southwest, because the reason why he did this was because this is a really indirect route. So instead of going through Kingston and Narragansett, I decided to go west towards I-95 and then turn south and rejoin the existing track. And then there are miles upon miles of curve straightening, but unlike that other one, we're going to What? So, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So it does go off a little bit, but most of the curve straightening is going to be done to both sets of tracks. And because of over here, this curve straightening, they are going to just move the power lines. Over here, they're going to create all new electric tracks. But not over here. Over here, same idea.
You recording?
Yes.
Let me know when you're done.
Okay. So, then same with out west from New London to Nine Attack out here near Old Lyme. Then it gets straight, so we don't really see that much. Not very much out here. Until up here there's a little bit of curve straightening, but not very much. Right here. So, I initially thought of just making it like this because I was assuming that these trains would have to slow down anyway. But then it came to me that trains would also go up this way. And that made me think that, hey, why don't we just create a tunnel right here and cut the power lines and move them into the tunnel? And that would save a lot of money and a lot of time for a little bit of money only, because we're using existing right-of-way on I-95. So we go out Milford. Bridgeport, there's not really much I could do about that. Fairfield, not very much is going on until right here in Stamford. And MTA uses this, but I doubt that they change the locomotives here. I think that they change the locomotives at Stamford Station, so I think that they could use diesel down this line, and then we could just rip up the tracks and rip up the power lines and move them out here. Or they could put up their own electric later on if they wanted to electrify this line. But I think that that's worth it. And then not very much goes on up right through New York, because New York is densely populated and I didn't want to hurt anyone's homes. Out to Penn Station, following the existing NEC track west across the East River on this bridge, and then through these two tunnels. After go this tunnel first, then stop at Penn Station, and then go through this tunnel, and then continue on out to Newark. And then it's pretty straight, not very much. The tracks are pretty straight, so there's not going to be very much going on. So Rutgers, it goes right through Rutgers and southwest through Princeton Junction into Trenton, and crosses the Delaware River, again on a renovated bridge. A lot of these bridges, the old bridges, are from the 1800s, so they are going to be renovated so that trains can speed across them. And they also need renovation, high speed or not, just so that they can survive, because some of these are ready to collapse from overuse. I mean, I think all of you have heard of Interstate 35 in Minnesota. So it goes through Bristol and Dulcia, not very much, until Frankfurt. In Frankfurt, there's a tunnel, an expensive tunnel, two expensive tunnels actually, in order to make one in Fairhill and another in Frankfurt, and those are to get rid of the 50-mile-an-hour curve in Philadelphia that I referred to before. And then there's a third tunnel that goes underneath the Philadelphia Zoo before reaching 30th Street Station. Then it goes west on the existing NEC track, Eddystone, Wilmington, Elkton. Not very much I could do about this because there is a town. Little bit of curve straightening, not much is necessary. Curve straightening here, not very much, though. Some more curve straightening. Some more curve straightening. Hopkins Bayview. There isn't really much I could do right here, but on the subject of the Baltimore tunnels west of Baltimore Penn Station, which is another stop on this line. So there's not very much that I could do over here. So I'm about to run out of time. So finally, there's not very much over here. So, and out to Baltimore Union Station.